sense would say, I know common sense left Washington a long time ago. It left when Elvis died. They can't find Elvis and they can't find common sense. Now, if you have an engine, common sense says, put fuel in the engine. This is why I have been proposing and talking while I've been on the campaign journey. We must lower the top corporate and personal income tax rate to a maximum of 25%. Secondly, zero tax on repatriated profits. We have nearly $3 trillion that are offshore, that if they come back home, they're going to be double taxed. Thirdly, take the capital gains tax rates to zero, and here's the most important element of this first phase to boost the economy. Make them permanent. Uncertainty. Economic guiding principle number 2. Risk-taking drives growth. The capital gains tax itself is a wall between people with money and people with ideas. People with ideas come up with new businesses, small businesses. Most of the jobs created in this country come from small businesses, not the big businesses. So you remove that wall so people will be willing to take risks and give them some certainty. Because the uncertainty of what are the taxes going to be in 2013 under this current administration, the uncertainty of whether or not we're going to completely defang Obamacare is causing businesses to sit on the sideline and wonder what's going to happen. The uncertainty as to which regulatory agency is going to be sicked onto another state or another businesses in order to try to intimidate them like they tried to intimidate Boeing about wanting to come to South Carolina. Allow me to make myself perfectly clear as if there's any confusion. It is not the government's business where Boeing builds a plant. And similarly, I was doing my radio show one night and a caller called up and said, you keep talking about zero tax on repatriated profits. How do you know the businesses are going to take that money and reinvest it here in the United States of America? I said, this may be breaking news to you. It's their money. It's not the government's money. It's for them to decide what they want to do with that money. Economic guiding principle number 1. Production. Production. Businesses can't produce if you don't put fuel in the engine. Secondly, risk-taking. Remove the barriers, legislative barriers, regulatory barriers. Thirdly, measurements must be dependable. Every morning that I wake up, I don't have to go on the internet to figure out how many minutes are in an hour. Neither do you. But every morning I have to go on the internet to see what the value of the dollar is today. We need sound money. In 1988 is when I bought Godfather's Pizza along with my business partner. And in 1988, when I bought the company, the exchange rate between the US dollar and the Canadian dollar was that you needed 1.2 Canadian dollars to exchange it for $1 US. A 20% premium. Today, you need 1.2 US dollars to buy 1 Canadian dollar. because our currency has taken a major hit because of debt and because of mismanagement of this economy. Measurements must be dependable, starting with sound money. Uncertainty is killing this economy. Now, this economic growth plan, the first booster rocket are the things that I pointed out. Zero tax on repatriated profits. Maximum tax rate 25% for companies and individuals. Because a lot of small business people are incorporated as subchapter S corporations. Which means that if they can eke out a profit in their business, like at Hudson's Barbecue, they just got to run it through his personal income tax return. So why penalizing at a 35 or 39% penalty because he took risk, created some jobs, and made a little money? No, you shouldn't be penalized because you took the risk and you were able to generate a profit. So that's just the booster rocket for this economic growth plan. In order to supercharge it, we have developed what we call the enhanced plan. You know, when we first started this journey, things weren't as bad as they are today. So we knew that we needed to be bolder with our approach to getting this economy going. So we developed what we call an enhanced plan. Now hold on to your seatbelts, because you haven't heard anybody put this plan on the table. Nobody. And I'm offering it to the president and Congress if they'll take it and not mess with it and change it. Yeah, I almost said it. And before I give you the plan, let me give you another example of how they have messed up an idea. When President George Bush was president, and somebody got his administration to take a look at the fair tax, this commission that he put together took the fair tax and changed the assumptions so they could come back and say it won't work. If they had left it alone, it would have worked. So if they say it would work. So this is what I'm saying about what I'm putting on the table. This is not to be tampered with. Don't take it and say, well, we want to tweak this, add this, and subtract that, and then come back and say, well, we tried it and it didn't work. No, this is how they killed the fair tax when George Bush was president. So my pledge to you is, if they take this plan, take these ideas and they run with it, great. You know why? I'm more concerned about this nation and our economy now than saving this solution until after I become president.